What if just 12 simple rules could completely change your life? Why do some people stay confident during difficult times while others feel lost, weak, and unhappy? Why do we compare ourselves to others, fear change, ignore responsibility, and slowly lose peace in life? In the powerful book, 12 Rules for Life, written by Jordan Peterson, you will discover life-changing lessons about confidence, discipline, truth, responsibility, relationships, and finding meaning in life. Some of these lessons may challenge the way you think, so stay till the end, because one of them might completely change your life forever. Before we start the video, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed yet. Let's begin. Rule 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Imagine two people walking into a room. One person walks slowly, shoulders down, eyes on the ground, trying not to be noticed. The other walks in with a straight back, calm face, and steady steps, not arrogant, just present. Before they even speak, you already feel something different about them. That is the power of posture. But this rule is not really about your shoulders. It is about your attitude toward life. When life becomes difficult, and it will, most people shrink. They avoid problems, delay decisions, and hope things will fix themselves. Slowly, this habit makes them feel smaller inside. Standing straight means something deeper. It means saying, "I will face this." Even if you are afraid, even if you are unsure, your body sends signals to your brain. When you stand strong, your mind slowly begins believing, "I can handle this." Confidence is not something you wait for, it is something you practice. And here's the surprising truth: the world reacts to how you present yourself. When you carry yourself with quiet strength, people trust you more, they respect you more. Opportunities start opening, not magically, but because you look ready for them. So this rule is really asking you a question. Are you shrinking from life, or are you stepping into it? Rule 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Think about how you treat someone you truly care about. If your friend is sick, you tell them to rest. If they are sad, you listen. If they are lost, you guide them. Now ask yourself honestly, do you treat yourself the same way? Most people don't. They skip meals, ignore their health, overthink at night, and criticize themselves all day. They forgive others easily, but are harsh on themselves. This rule flips that behavior. It asks you to imagine that you are responsible for your own life, like a guardian, not a critic. If you were responsible for someone you love, would you let them waste their time every day? Would you allow them to stay in stress without help? Would you ignore their growth? No. So why do that to yourself? Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it is practical. Because if you are weak, tired, or mentally exhausted, you cannot build anything meaningful, not for yourself and not for others. Start small. Eat better, even if it's just one meal. Sleep on time, even if not perfect. Learn one new thing, even if it feels slow. These small acts are not just habits, they are signals. They tell your mind, "I matter." And once you truly believe that, your life begins to change direction. Rule 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Look at your closest circle. Not what they say, but how they influence you. Do they push you forward or pull you backward? Some people smile with you, but secretly enjoy when you stay the same, because your growth makes them uncomfortable. If you improve, they feel left behind. So they keep things easy, casual, and sometimes negative. At first, it feels comfortable, but over time, it slowly limits your life. Now think about a different kind of friend, someone who encourages you, someone who tells you the truth even when it's uncomfortable, someone who celebrates your growth and pushes you to become better. These people are rare but powerful. They don't just stay in your life, they shape your future. This rule is not saying to leave everyone. It is asking you to choose carefully who you stay close to, because your environment is stronger than your motivation. If you stay around people who waste time, you will slowly do the same. If you stay around people who grow, you will naturally grow too. So ask yourself, who is helping me become better and who is quietly holding me back? Your answer to that question can change your entire life. Rule 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Imagine opening your phone in the morning. You see someone your age already successful, someone traveling the world, someone earning more, someone living a perfect life. For a moment, you feel small. You start thinking, I am behind. I am not good enough. What am I doing with my life? But here is something most people don't realize. You are comparing your full life, the struggles, the mistakes, the slow days, to someone else's highlight moment. It's an unfair comparison. This rule changes the question completely. Instead of looking outside, it turns your focus inside. It asks, are you better than yesterday? Did you learn something new today, even if it was small? Did you control your anger one moment better than before? Did you try, even when you felt lazy? That is real progress. Because life is not a race against others, it is a slow journey of becoming. If you improve just a little every day, after 1 year, you will not even recognize your old self. And here's the quiet truth. People who win in life are not always the most talented. They are the ones who improve consistently, even when no one is watching. So stop chasing someone else's life. Start building your own, one small step at a time. Rule 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. This rule may sound a little strong, even uncomfortable, but think about it carefully. If a child grows up without discipline, always getting what they want, never corrected, never guided, what kind of person will they become? At first, it may look like love, giving freedom, avoiding strictness, saying it's okay every time. But slowly, that child may become rude, careless, or irresponsible. And one day, even the parents may feel hurt by their own child's behavior. This rule is not about being strict or harsh. It is about real love. Real love does not mean saying yes all the time. Real love means teaching right and wrong, even when it is difficult. A good parent is like a guide. They show the child how to behave, how to respect others, how to control emotions, and how to take responsibility. Because the truth is simple. The world will not adjust to your child. Your child must learn to adjust to the world. And if parents don't teach these lessons early, life will teach them later, but in a much harder way. So this rule asks a deep question. Are you raising a child who will be liked and respected in the future, or avoided and misunderstood? The answer depends on how honestly you guide them today. Rule 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. It is very easy to complain. People complain about the government, the system, their boss, their family, even the entire world. Everything is wrong, nothing works, people are bad. But pause for a moment. Look at your own life. Is your daily routine disciplined? Is your room clean? Are your habits helping you grow or holding you back? This rule is powerful because it turns the mirror toward you. It says, before trying to fix the world, fix your own life. Not perfectly, but honestly. Because when your own life is messy, your complaints become weak. But when you start putting your life in order, waking up on time, keeping your space clean, doing your work properly, you begin to feel something different. Control, clarity, strength. And from that place, your words carry more truth. You don't just complain, you understand. And slowly, something surprising happens. As you improve yourself, your environment also starts changing. People treat you differently. Opportunities appear. Your thinking becomes sharper. You stop feeling like a victim of the world. You start becoming someone who can actually shape it. So this rule is not telling you to ignore problems in the world. It is telling you to become strong enough to face them by first putting your own life in order. Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Imagine two paths in front of you. The first path is easy. No struggle, no pressure, quick happiness. You choose comfort, avoid hard work, and do only what feels good right now. The second path is harder. It asks for effort, patience, and sometimes even sacrifice. At the beginning, it feels slow and uncomfortable. Most people choose the first path because it feels good today. But here is the hidden cost. Easy choices often bring temporary happiness, but long-term regret. You avoid studying today, and tomorrow you feel unprepared. You avoid responsibility, and later life becomes unstable. You choose comfort again and again, and slowly your confidence disappears. Now look at the second path. Meaningful work is not always exciting in the beginning. It can feel boring, difficult, even frustrating. But it builds something deep inside you: strength, skill, and purpose. Over time, this path gives you something rare, a life that actually feels worth living. Because meaning is stronger than comfort. Comfort makes you relaxed for a moment. Meaning makes you proud for a lifetime. So this rule quietly asks, are you choosing what feels good now, or what will make your life better later? Rule 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Think about the last time you told a small lie. Maybe to avoid trouble, maybe to look better, maybe to escape a difficult conversation. At that moment, it feels easy. You save yourself from discomfort. But something changes inside. Now you have to remember that lie. You have to protect it. You have to act carefully so the truth doesn't come out. One small lie creates tension, and then another lie comes to support the first one. Slowly, your life becomes complicated, not because of the truth, but because of hiding it. This rule is not just about being morally good. It is about living a simple, peaceful life. When you tell the truth, you don't need to remember different versions of your story. You don't feel fear about being exposed. Your relationships become stronger because people trust you. Yes, sometimes truth is uncomfortable. It may create a difficult moment, but lies create difficult lives. Truth may hurt for a short time. Lies slowly damage everything over time. So this rule asks something very real. Do you want temporary comfort or long-term peace? Rule 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Have you noticed how most conversations happen? One person speaks, the other waits for their turn to speak, not to understand, but to reply. Everyone wants to be right. Everyone wants to prove something, but very few people truly listen. This rule invites you to change that completely. It asks you to enter every conversation with one simple thought. This person might know something I don't. Even if they're younger, even if they speak differently, even if you disagree with them. Because every person has lived a life you have not lived. They have seen things you have not seen, felt things you have not felt, and hidden inside their words could be something valuable, an idea, a lesson, a different way of thinking. But you can only receive it if you listen carefully. Real listening is not just hearing words. It is giving attention. It is staying open. It is allowing your mind to change. And here's the surprising part. When you truly listen, people also start respecting you more. They feel heard. They trust you. Conversations become deeper and more meaningful. So, this rule quietly asks, are you listening to learn or just waiting to speak? Rule 10. Be precise in your speech. Think about a problem in your life that feels confusing. Maybe you feel stressed, but you don't know why. Maybe you feel unhappy, but you cannot explain it clearly. When your thoughts are unclear, your words also become unclear. And when your words are unclear, your problems remain unsolved. This rule is about bringing clarity. Instead of saying, "My life is a mess," try to be precise. What exactly is wrong? Is it your routine, your work, your relationships, your habits? When you clearly name a problem, it becomes smaller and easier to handle. But when everything is vague, everything feels overwhelming. Clear speech is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see what is actually there. You can fix it step by step. And this doesn't just apply to problems. It also applies to your goals, your feelings, your communication with others. When you speak clearly, people understand you better. Conflicts reduce. Decisions become easier. So this rule is not just about speaking better. It is about thinking better and living with clarity instead of confusion. Rule 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Picture a child trying to balance on a skateboard. They are not perfect. They may fall. They may get hurt. Their movements are unstable. but their eyes are focused. They are learning something real. Now imagine an adult rushing in and saying, "Stop, it's dangerous, you might fall." It sounds like care, but slowly, too much protection becomes a problem, because life itself is not safe. This rule is not really about skateboarding. It is about courage. Children and even adults become strong by facing small risks. When they try difficult things, they learn balance, confidence, and how to recover after failure. Falling teaches something that safety never can. If someone is always protected, always stopped, always told to be careful, they may grow up avoiding challenges. They may start fearing mistakes, and fear slowly limits their life. But when someone is allowed to try, fail, and try again, something powerful happens inside them. They realize, "I can handle this." That feeling becomes confidence, and confidence is not built in comfort, it is built in challenge. This rule quietly asks, are you protecting yourself so much that you are stopping your own growth? Because sometimes the small risks you avoid today become the big regrets of tomorrow. Rule 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. Now imagine a completely different moment. You are walking through a stressful day. Your mind is full of problems, work pressure, family worries, future fears. Everything feels heavy. And then suddenly you notice something small, a cat sitting quietly on the side of the road, calm, unbothered, just existing in that moment. For a few seconds, you pause, you forget your stress, you feel something soft, peaceful. This rule is about that moment. Life is not always easy. There will be pain, confusion, and days when nothing feels right. You cannot control anything. But even in those difficult moments, small pieces of beauty still exist. A smile from someone, a peaceful evening sky, a quiet cup of tea, a simple conversation. Most people miss these moments because they are too busy worrying. This rule reminds you to stop, even for a few seconds, and notice them, because these small moments do something important. They give you strength to continue. They remind you that life is not only problems. It is also these quiet, meaningful pauses. And sometimes, these tiny moments are what keep you going when everything feels difficult. So, this rule gently asks, in the middle of your busy, stressful life, are you still able to notice the small moments that make life worth living? In the end, 12 Rules for Life teaches us one powerful truth. Life is not always easy. There will be pain, fear, confusion, and challenges. But if we take responsibility for ourselves, speak truthfully, keep learning, and continue improving little by little, we can build a stronger and more meaningful life. You do not need to become perfect overnight. Just become a little better, a little wiser, and a little stronger every day. And slowly, your whole life will begin to change. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to Unlock Your English Potential channel. Your support motivates me to create more useful learning content for you. Bye for now. See you in the next video.